From New York, home of the legendary 300-foot Sequoia, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, sex therapist Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Know Your Staff with musician Steve Kahn. And another installment of Stupid Pet Tricks. Also, viewer mail and the great rocket chair race. And now, a man who can't be tipped over because of his low center of gravity, David Letterman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to the program. My name is David Letterman, and it's great here in New York, isn't it? The days are getting longer. They're getting warmer. We're getting more and more soothing sunshine. Nature is in almost full bloom, and that, of course, means there's only one more full month of professional hockey. Don't worry, we have a fine program for you tonight. No, I'm not worried. We got a good one tonight. Let me show you. Oh, boy, this really ought to be, by law, 2 shows, don't you think? You people, this is the kind of show you're going to be talking to your grandchildren about many, many years from now. And more than likely, they will be ignoring you. But Stupid Pet Tricks on this program tonight. We have no guests on this show, do we? We have just jerky activity, don't we? Commemorating the 23rd anniversary of Alan Shepard's suborbital rocket flight, Paul and I are going to race rocket chairs, is that right? Fueled with dangerous liquid nitrogen down the hallway right out there on the 6th floor. Also, we're going to, now this isn't jerky activity. We have possibility of Know Your Staff. We were going to do it last night, and we ran out of time, darn the luck, so we're going to do it tonight, and we're going to be introducing you to Steve Kahn and finding out all about Steve. And in addition to this, we'll be having Dr. Ruth Westheimer on the show. Now, I'm leaving something out, aren't I? That's it? Gee, does it still seem like 2 shows? Do what? Oh, of course, viewer mail. Yeah, that's right. It's Thursday. So now say hello to our friend Paul, and let's get this thing underway.
Thank you so much.
That it is.
I think it's, boy, thank you very much. Top track. I think it stacks up to about 1.5.
1.5 shows?
Great shows, good.
But it will be great. It's going to be a solid show.
Solid show. Those chairs, we go backwards, of course.
Yeah, it'd be exciting to do.
Just straight into the wall.
Your arm okay?
Looking forward to it. Yeah, boy, have I had... Let me just say, if I could take a minute to tell a absolutely true story.
As long as it's true, Paul.
You know, I'm doing that nutty Ellie Greenwich show, leader of the pack at the bottom line.
Yeah.
Every night, playing just like this constantly, because that's the type of music it is. I developed tendinitis, and I was just going nuts, really couldn't play until Candy, our makeup gal, Candy Corral, she says, "You're playing those 8th notes wrong, babe." I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Well, she's a pianist," and she explained, "You got to keep the wrist loose." Started doing that, Candy, and my problems are over. I can now play 2 shows a night, different things, running. Candy saved my career. That's all I can say. That gorgeous blonde in the dark.
Now, is that show sold out? If people want to buy tickets, can they still go see you down there,
Gee,
Paul?
I don't know. It's a very hot ticket in town, you know.
All right. I'm coming down there.
I know. We're looking forward.
Last night on this program, we did Dave's Kitchen of Tomorrow, and we had the Crouton Toaster, which didn't work. But I've been assured that tonight it works, so we don't want to cheat anybody, and let's just try and recreate this magic moment. Croutons are a favorite salad or dinner addition. There you go. And they're especially delicious when they're fresh and homemade. But who has time to individually toast croutons? Well, Now you do, thanks to the wonder of the new Crouton Toaster. Sure, it takes up a lot of space, and the process is mind-numbingly tedious, but isn't your family worth it? Now, here's how it was supposed to work. We take the bread cubes and we just load them in there. All right. Now, we put it down like that. Okay. And in just a minute, you're going to be done. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad we got to do that. All right, let's get to the viewer mail. It's Thursday night, and we've been doing this every Thursday since we've been on the air. We're answering letters from actual viewers, and we certainly appreciate your help and support and cooperation. First letter. All right, what does this say here? From the desk of Kevin Lawrence James, Vancouver, British Columbia. Vancouver, British Columbia is a beautiful, beautiful city, by the way. And it says, Dear Dave, I've watched a lot of talk shows, but you are the best, and not by a small margin. With your rare combination of engaging manner and great looks, NBC should double your salary. One could take this letter and make a copy of it on a Xerox machine, but they'll never make a copy of you, and it's signed your devoted fan, Kevin Lawrence James. Geez, Kevin, thank you very much. That was awfully nice of you. Vancouver's a beautiful city. You've been up there, haven't you, Paul? No, it's lovely. Dear Dave, I find it hard to believe that devoted viewers like myself are forced to watch that same old boring beginning to the show. Oh, sure, the writers are always coming up with some new and clever way for Bill Wendell to introduce you, but can't your otherwise innovative staff come up with a new opening? And signed Paul Suras, Tona, New York. Paul, to tell you the truth, our graphics department is constantly creating new openings for this show, but they never seem quite right. Let me give you an example of their latest submission. Watch the monitors here in the studio, and at home use your TVs.
Artist Bob Luke and visuals coordinator Ed Hall present Late Night with David Letterman.
So you see what we're up against? Paul, she was on the CBS Morning News this morning. Yeah. Yeah, no, she was. I know. Well, I'm sick about it myself. Yeah, I know. Joan Collins was on the CBS Morning News. Any opportunity to be on television other than this show, she'll take it. She's doing Carvel commercials now. But we're not going to have her on. We don't want her on now. She's been on way too many shows, and I think there's a chance we can have her deported. But we'll get into that. Oh, also, while I'm at it, yesterday I was trying to be nice about the guy who said he'd be on our show and then didn't show up, and I didn't use his name. It was Larry Holmes, world heavyweight champion of the world. All right. Now, this is interesting. Randall Tex Cobb, the man he fought, showed up. He was on this show. And there may be a suit because of that, too. But Larry wouldn't show up, so it's $1.7 million. Now, letter number 3. Dear Dave, did you know that you laugh through your nose? It's true. Please don't think I'm cutting you down or anything. I just thought somebody should point this matter out to you, being on such a fine program and all, so on and so forth. But don't worry, I'm sure people will remember you by things other than the way you laugh through your nose. And it's signed Brian Baker, Los Angeles, California. Gee, that's interesting. You know, I wonder how people will remember me. What would that be like
Dave, wake up.
Oh, goodness.
Wake up, Dave.
Yes, sir. I must have dozed
Drifted
off.
off
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I was worried about Joan Collins, I guess.
You gotta cool out
I
about
gotta
that.
cool out, yeah.
It's fine.
Well, we're going to have to put people on the doors. I don't want her in here. Do you want her on this show, Paul?
Joan?
Yeah, I have a feeling you're not entirely with me on this.
Not anymore. No, I would have been, not anymore.
Why are you standing there in the middle of the floor?
Oh, hi.
It looks like you're getting... And now, ladies and gentlemen, with that medley we promised you, Paul Shaffer. Paul?
Here's the way I feel about Joan Collins. No, I'm not going to get into that.
She's been on way too many shows. She's not getting on this one. Where am I now? Are we done? Oh, number 4. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My mind is, I'm preoccupied for no apparent reason. Letter number 4 begins, Dear David, on April 24th from about 1 to 1:10 a.m. on Channel 5 here in Seattle. Seattle is also a beautiful city. These northwestern cities are wonderful. Anyway, from 1 to 1:10 on Channel 5 here in Seattle, you went off the air for some unknown reason. I'll leave it up to you whether or not I missed anything important. But what I'm really concerned about is that you keep this news from the Panicky guy. Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
I know what that means. That means that the whole ionosphere is out of whack. I'm getting the hell out of here. I want to live. I don't want to die. Get out of my way.
Of course, was the Panicky guy. A great show. Ruth Westheimer will be here. Paul and I are racing down the hall in rocket chairs. And right now, it's time to get to our latest installment of Stupid Pet Tricks. People from all over the tri-state area have brought their pets, dogs, cats, other animals in here and going to perform the tricks that they have been taught at home. Now, let me remind you, this is not a competition. It's only an exhibition. Please, no wagering. Now, let me introduce our first participant tonight, Carrie Seller. Carrie? Oh, hi. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Nice to see you, sir. And this is your dog, who?
That's Buddy.
Hi, Buddy. How are you?
Give him a little, hey, nice smile. Nice smile.
What kind of dog is Buddy?
He's a mutt.
He's a mutt? How old?
He'll be
is Buddy?
7 on the 4th of July.
All right. And what will you and Buddy do for us tonight,
Well,
Carrie?
Buddy spends my money, and then I drink the beer when we get home.
Buddy buys beer for you.
That's
You're
correct.
apparently not of age.
Well, neither is he, so between the two of us,
All
we
right.
get away with
Now,
it.
how did you teach him to do this?
It's a whole bunch of little tiny things put together. It's
Okay.
hard to explain.
All right. Well,
Little
if you
tiny.
need me, I'll be right here.
Okay, I need you.
This is Buddy and his dog, Carrie, and they're going to buy some beer. Now, what do I do?
You're the clerk.
I'll be the
so
clerk.
you
I
have to
stand
go
over here?
Yes, sir.
I'll be over here.
The only thing you have... Well, let me get the beer. He can
Sure.
wait while we're talking.
Sure.
Buddy? Could you
What the hell
bring
am I doing now?
this? Attaboy, bring it over here.
Oh, the dog brings the beer.
Now, just hold it for a minute. Hold it. Now, he's going to come over and put his feet up here.
Uh-huh.
Hand you the beer. Take it.
Okay. I take the beer.
Right. That's
Okay.
a very nice dog. Stay there and hold it. Then he's going to pull the money out of the rubber band, and you take it.
Oh, okay.
But that's the hard part. No one can ever do that.
Well, what happens?
They just forget. They
They
freeze.
forget. Sure. Okay. Well, no,
Okay.
it's my shop. I won't
Then
forget
after
to
you've
take
got the money...
You know, the last dog that came in here like this held the place up. Are you listening?
I'm worried about
Are you listening? Okay, let's go.
Okay, bud. Right up here. That's the store clerk. This is the world's biggest store.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Take the beer.
Let me take the beer. And
Pull out
can I
your
have the money?
You didn't take it.
Would you like some beer nuts? Maybe some razor blades, flints for your lighter? All right, let's take a look at Buddy here in slow motion. There's more. Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry.
He wants to take the beer so that I can drink it. So you take that and put it
I'm
in
sorry.
here.
Good heavens. If only they'd tell me what time the rehearsal is, I'd be happy to be there. All right, I give it back to him?
No.
No?
Put it in here.
I put it in there.
There you go, the old store clerk.
Well, the
Take down
mitts look
bottom.
pretty good, don't
Throw
they?
my money in there too, please.
Yeah, me and the wife are going to
Now
try to
just
get up
roll
and
it up
Shay on
real
Sunday.
tight. You
All right?
There you go.
There you go, pal.
Thank you very much, Carrie.
Now that's a dog, boy. That's a dog's dog. That's the way dogs ought to be, you know. That's Buddy. All right, our next participant tonight, Adam Zwig, Mr. Zwig. Is that right, Adam?
No, David, pronounce it wrong.
How do you pronounce it?
Pronounce it Swag.
Zwig. Gee, I'm awfully sorry. Forgive me, sir. Adam, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
And where are you from?
I'm from Harvard University.
You, my God. You have a strange-looking watch there, Adam. What is that thing?
This is Spot, and he's a Madagascar giant cockroach.
And obviously a favorite with the audience. Where do you get, I guess, Madagascar? But how is it that you have one that big?
Well, this was sort of given to me by a friend.
Oh, yes. I'm sure it was. Now, what are you and that animal going to do? I guess you're just going to beat it to death for us, isn't that? Is that your trick? Maybe not.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, I'm sorry.
Spot's sensitive to this kind of things.
Okay. How long have you had that thing?
We've had him for about, actually, we've had two. This is actually Spot 2, the original Spot. We had it for about 2 months till he died.
Yeah.
Just a little while ago.
And how long do you think this one will be around?
After tonight, I'm not sure.
How big will he get? Is that it for him?
No, he can be a foot, too.
At the size of a Honda,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay, Adam, whatever you're going to do, go right ahead and
tonight, Spot is going to climb the tightrope over the fires of hell and the pit of doom, which I brought along with me here. Dave, I need you to help me. Could you grab that tightrope right there?
I'll be happy to hold the rope. Where do you want me to put this?
Okay, you can put it right in front of Spot's head here.
That is his head?
Yeah, and I'm going to push him out.
What do these things eat, by the way? Oh, now if he drops, we're...
Yeah. Oh, come on, Spot. Okay, I'm going to light the fire of hell right now. Okay, and I'll take it from you, Dave.
This looks like it might be good on a cracker. Maybe not.
Okay.
Adam, do you want me to, oh, now you're not going to roast this beast, are you?
Not if he walks fast enough. Okay. Okay, Spot, you ready?
And have this place closed down. Oh, no, what? No, no.
Go, Spot. Go, Spot.
Whoa.
There he goes. There he goes. Let's press it.
Oh, my gosh. Adam.
Yes.
This may have been one of our most dramatic moments on Stupid Pet Tricks. Here again, through the miracle of slow-motion instant videotape replay. Oh, my. Adam, nice meeting you.
Thank you very much.
Adam's live. Thank you very much,
I'd just
Adam.
like to thank John Red very, very much for letting me on Spot's co-owner. Thanks again.
Spot's co-owner. They had someone co-sign a loan to get that thing. Thank you very much, Adam. His co-owner. All right, Rina. Oh, another name I'm having trouble with. Rina? Rina, is it Rina? Good heavens, there's 200 or 300 people here tonight in support of Rina Frederick. Rina, hi. I didn't get your last name right, did I?
It's Friedrich. That's it.
Rina Friedrich. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Rina?
I'm from Babylon.
Babylon, and this is your pet, obviously.
Yes, this is Corky.
Corky, and a handsome-looking kitty. How old is Corky?
He's about 7, I'd say.
All right, very nice-looking cat. What will Corky do for us?
Well, he thinks he's a breakdancer sometimes.
All right. Is there anything I can do for you and Corky, or just...
Just watch. I
all
hope he
right.
does it.
All right, did you teach the cat to do this?
No, he came that way.
One of the options you can get at the showroom.
Come here, Corky.
All right, Corky the cat will now break dance. What are you feeding him there, Rena?
Roast beef.
Roast beef, all
Come
right.
here, Corky. Come here, Corky. Come here.
Would you like to buy some beer? We have a few left.
Corky, come here. Come here, Corky.
Corky the cat will be breakdancing. Do you need a little music, Rena?
Maybe. I don't know. Come here, Corky.
A little soft music? We don't want to frighten the poor...
Come here, Corky. Corky, come here.
That's a very nice-looking cat. Yeah, that seemed to be just exactly what we needed.
Exactly. Come on, Corky.
Corky. Okay.
All over.
Rena, is that even your cat? All right,
Actually, I
let me
found
get
him
a
on the
ruling
way
here.
over here.
What are we going to do? Okay, well, if we have time, you can come back and give it another shot, but we're going to have to move on for right now.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Rena. I'm awfully sorry. Hi, Corky. Bye-bye. That's a real disappointment. These kids work so hard making their own costumes, and then... doesn't mean anything. All right. Marty Diamond, ladies and gentlemen. Marty. Hi, Marty. How are you? Oh, boy.
Come here, boy.
Boy, oh boy, we got trouble here. What is this?
This is an English Bull Terrier.
English Bull Terrier. What are they? Is it a friendly dog?
Sometimes.
Well, is he friendly tonight?
Yes.
What's his name?
Boy.
Boy. Come here, boy. Oh, I see how that works. That's great. What an imagination. All right. Hi, boy. How you doing? Now, he's got some pig blood in him, doesn't he? Hello, boy. That's a great-looking dog. What is he going to do for us tonight, Marty?
He walks with a bag on his head.
Okay. Walks with a bag on his head, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Yeah! Yes, sir! What a dog! What a dog! Walks with a bag on his head. Okay. There you go. Marty Diamond and his dog Boy. Yes, sir. Congratulations, Marty. Nice job. There you go. That was a stupid pet trick. And I want to thank everybody who helped us out with stupid pet tricks again tonight. They're always terrific. But that dog with the bag on his head, that's a stupid pet trick. That's terrific. You get a dog with a bag on its head, you don't need Joan Collins. Am I right? Now, I didn't mean anything by that either. There he is. Yeah, that's a great trick. My first guest tonight is an internationally known sex expert. She can now be heard on NBC Radio's The Source. She will also be making a film for MGM in the fall. Now, listen to this one, though. In August, she will lead a Sex on the Nile cruise. Please welcome back tiny sex therapist, Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you. You look terrific. Thank you very much for being back here. In a few minutes, we have questions from our studio audience we'll get to, but I want to ask you first about some of this stuff. Okay, the NBC Radio The Source, that's a good thing for you. You're on the radio network now.
Right. It will happen.
It will happen.
Yes.
Now, you're going to take phone calls from all over the country?
And the thing that I like most about it, it will happen within the next month or so.
Yeah.
The thing that I like most about it, it's going to be an 800 number, which means if somebody has a burning question about relationships...
That's kind of an interesting choice of words there, isn't it?
About relationships or sex, it doesn't cost them anything
Yeah, but
anymore.
the phone company makes huge money on that deal.
I don't care about that. What I like is that the person who calls doesn't have to pay.
That
Can
I can
hang
go
on and wait until I answer.
And you'll be all over the country, all over North America. Good for you. Congratulations. Now, making a film for MGM.
It's going to be funny.
Is this one of those Cheech and Chong deals? Is it?
No, it's something very interesting because you know that
Now, what part are you going to play in this film?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to play myself.
Uh-huh.
And you know that there are many young people who really do need a little bit of guidance. One of the reasons that they watch you and that they listen to me.
They're getting plenty of guidance here.
Right, so what this is going to be, I'm going actually to play myself.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer, but things happen. While I'm going to be on the radio, things happen out there to some young people, and it's going to be very fascinating. I love the screen. I love the
Who else
script.
is in this movie? Is this a big movie?
It's a big movie.
Who else is in the movie?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
No, but I will tell you.
Have you seen the
next
script?
time. Yes, I like the script a lot.
What's the rating on this?
I don't know yet.
Well,
But what I do know is that the script is something that I like because it is sexy, it is good information, and it is something that speaks a lot about love and relationships.
This is not Porky's 3, is it? All right, now I have to ask you about this thing. Sex on the Nile. No. This is illegal. You can't do this.
Oh, it's going to be very interesting.
All right, we'll have the woman explain this for us. Her Sex on the Nile cruise. Now, what is this?
It's not a sex cruise.
That's what it says. It says Sex on the Nile.
It's going to be sexually speaking on the Nile with Dr. Ruth Westheimer. And I'll tell you what's going to be. I'm going to meet with people at the university in Cairo going to meet with the Minister of Social Affairs.
Will these guys be on the cruise?
No,
No.
they're going to be in Egypt. And on the cruise for a few days, what I'm going to do is to lead some seminars. Some of the seminars will be on sex therapy, on sex education, on contraception, on things that I usually talk about. And some of them will be about sexuality in different religious backgrounds. For example, in the Muslim background. And some way of dealing with family life, because some rules and regulations are different.
Now, this
for
is
different
all while
religions.
you're floating down the Nile.
Right. And it's going to be very exciting.
Now, what does
because
this cost somebody? See, a couple from Long
I
Island
don't
wants
know.
to go on this.
I don't know.
Well, what do you think?
But
it's gonna
I
cost?
I think about, I don't know, about
Come on.
$2,000 or something like that.
$2,000.
But I
How
will
many
tell you something.
days?
They go for about 10 days.
10 days.
The thing that's going
What
to be
about
nice.
hot towels?
I'll find out. I'll come later back to you and I'll tell you. But
Well, you know, this sounds like things are going to get out of hand, and it's going to be orgy-esque.
No, it's going to be very interesting because the nights in Egypt are very cool. The days are hot, but the nights are cool. And people on vacation are very relaxed.
Yeah.
So it is very nice to teach them something new.
I have a feeling this is going to get closed down the first day out of port. It'll be shut down. There'll be an international incident. Well, good luck to you on
But
that.
I'm going to learn something new, and the people who are going to travel are going to learn something new. It's going to be very
Take
exciting.
some tear gas, because I see problems. Front page of the Post. Mark my words, Ruth. Gonna be trouble.
I'll come back and I'll tell you all
All
about
right.
it.
Okay. All right, we have questionnaires folks in the audience have filled out. Anonymity is you know, what do you say when you say that?
À la rigueur.
Is what?
That no,
we
no
don't,
names.
no names. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Only age and
Only the age and the sex.
Right.
First question comes, and this is just what Ruth does on a radio show, which will soon be on a national network. A 21-year-old male says, a friend from school brought up a telescope to look at people, especially girls, in other buildings. Do you consider this abnormal behavior or just a young man growing up?
Well, I would be a little bit worried, and I'll tell you why. If he would bring it to one of those apartment buildings here and would look somebody that he doesn't know, I would say, that's all right. So look a little while, and I would tell the other people, close your shades.
Sure.
On a college campus where he might be sitting in a philosophy class or in a math class, next to that student that he watched last night undress, I have serious questions.
Yeah.
If I would be the resident advisor on that college, I would say to the student, either you disappear or that thing disappears.
Yeah. But don't you get the feeling that in most cases, this is whoever's doing this is going to give it up after a while?
I should hope so.
I mean, it's not weird or anything like a sex
No.
cruise on the Nile.
Sexually speaking on the Nile.
Sexually speaking on the Nile. What a vacation this is going to be. Question number 2 comes to us from a 33-year-old female. When you cease to enjoy sex with your mate and begin to enjoy it with someone else, does that mean the relationship with your mate is pretty well shot?
What do you think?
I think so.
I think so too.
By the way, I have a cruise going down the Hudson this summer that we go around. It's tied in with the Circle Line, and you get hot towels and souvenirs. So, Dr. Ruth, male 25, is there anything strange about a woman who finds out that every man she has ever been attracted to turns out to be, wow, this is strange, turns out to be gay? Should she go gay herself? Now, this means
That's
something
a serious
here.
question,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
That's a serious question, and I'll tell you something, David. In our society, especially in large cities like San Francisco and Chicago and New York, they might be, there are many people who are homosexuals who are particularly attracted to large cities. It could very well be that
Homosexuals are attracted to large cities?
it's easier to live.
I didn't know.
Hold it.
I thought it was something else. I had no idea. Attracted to large cities.
It's easier to live
I know what you
in a
mean.
large
They go to
city.
cosmopolitan areas. Sure.
Now, I would say that this young woman just maybe in a series of encounters happens to have met wonderful guys who are good friends, who are very good company, but happen not to be interested in her sexually. And I would say to her that there's nothing wrong with her, but just to go out and to go looking for a man who might be interested in a sexual relationship with her. Except, I would say there might be something wrong with her if she only frequents bars and places where homosexuals do congregate.
Yeah. It sounds like there might be a little built-in defense mechanism if she's only surrounding herself by these.
Right. No, she might be a little bit afraid of a relationship or something like that. I would say to this young woman, if after a few more months, if this is really becoming a pattern, I would say to go and see a therapist.
Okay. Well, there's the other route. Have time for no more questions tonight. You all right? All right. I'm sorry. Well, she's got the movie, she's got the radio show, and of course, Sex on the Nile. Get those tickets now. Sexually Speaking, Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Thank you, Dr. Ruth. We'll see you next time. As you probably know, this Saturday marks the 23rd anniversary of the first manned space flight by an American. Of course, I'm talking about Alan Shepard's Mercury program flight. Nobody could hear me at all with this? A little bit? We're all right. All right. The Freedom 7 flight. In honor of that occasion, Paul and I, right here, will race our own rocket-propelled vehicles down the hallway here on the 6th floor. Before we do this, let me introduce you to the people who designed and developed and actually built the rocket-powered vehicles, Kathleen Ankers and Mr. Dan Blyer. Kathleen, tell us a little bit about the vehicle itself.
Well, they're dual skateboards with a sleigh-based chair.
Uh-huh. And how are they powered, Dan?
Well, you hold this a fire extinguisher in your lap. You really hold it real tight, and you squeeze the trigger and point it backwards, and away you go.
All right. And if we run out of a power supply, you two will bring more to us?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. You're the same team that gave us the Crouton Toaster, aren't you? Yes, I thought so. All right. Paul, you and I are going to go down to the starting line. Oh, my God, look at that. That's exciting. Okay, now here to tell you more about the upcoming excitement, NBC correspondent Bob Costas. Bob, it's all yours.
All right, David, thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to NBC's exclusive coverage of tonight's launch. If all goes well here, it'll be the longest rocket-propelled voyage ever on a late-night talk show. This launch will continue the tradition of American achievements in space, from the Mercury pioneers through the Gemini and Apollo projects, the Space Shuttle, and finally now, the rocket chair, developed by Dr. Richard Brandt of New York University. Behind me, the rocket chairs rise into the evening sky. The white mist you can see is excess fuel being vented into the atmosphere. Now, if a craft runs out of fuel during the race, the pilot will jettison his main tank and switch over to a reserve tank with the help of his flight crew. Under no circumstances will the mission be scrubbed. The first pilot to cross the finish line is the winner. Now, of course, this mission could be quite hazardous. If a guidance system fails, a craft could deviate from its computed trajectory and smash into a wall. If that happens, the pilot may have to go to EVA, extravehicular activity, to straighten out his chair. The countdown now is about to begin, so let's go to the launch pad for a look at last-minute preparations.
You all set? Go with what? No, I'm ready. You, sure.
Clear the area. Clear the area. 10, 9.
Just move on.
8.
5. Take it to 5.
7.
Just go to 5.
6.
There you go.
5.
There you go.
4. 3. 2. 1. Ignition.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will describe the scene to you, but I am blinded by the mist. It appears that David Letterman has come out of that mist and has crossed the finish line first.
No problem.
While lagging,
No problem.
and lagging badly, is Paul Shaffer. Not unlike the order of finish in the legendary dog sled
Oh, my
races.
God. Are you all right?
Thank you.
Is he all right? Will somebody
Kathleen,
check
are you
him,
okay?
please? Is Paul all right?
Yes.
Seem to be wedged
No
here
problem.
in
I
the chair.
ran into my crew. There we go.
Now, of course, they're painting my footsteps here on the floor.
The standard procedure, the historic first steps back on terra firma. Dave, did you have any problem with the G-forces out there?
Bob, let me just say, generally, this is the stupidest thing I've ever witnessed network money spent on. And frankly, I'm proud to be a part of it. Paul, are you all right?
I'm just fine. I ran into Kathleen. She was coming to my aid, and we had a little spill there.
Oh, brother, I don't know if you folks at home can feel the tension and electricity, but out here, it's, well, you describe it,
Well,
Bob.
speaking of electricity, just in case there should be any after effects, on hand now from the late-night space program with chemically treated blankets is Al Frisch, and of course, Al has the tang, which you will need to invigorate yourself after this voyage.
That's very nice, very thoughtful of you. Thank you, Bob, and thank you very much, Al. Paul, go ahead and whip up some tang there.
All right.
Well, that's pretty much it here, isn't it?
I think that pretty much covers it, unless you've got something
No,
else.
no, I'm pretty...
How many tablespoons?
One heaping
tablespoon?
one, yeah, just keep it up there.
Let me ask you this, David. Any advice quickly for youngsters who might be watching tonight about the fundamentals of space travel?
Just lay off the fried food, kids. It's time now for a segment we like to call Know Your Staff, So We Do. The subject of tonight's segment is our very own guitarist, a fellow who has virtually grown up in show business. Please say hello now to Mr. Steve Kahn. Steve, nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. When we say you grew up in show business, explain how that happened.
Well, Dave, as you know, because you're in the business,
That's right.
my father is the 4-time Academy Award-winning lyricist, Sammy Kahn.
Yes?
And so that is sort of how I came into the world of show business.
Why don't you tell the folks for what he received his Academy Awards?
Okay, if I can remember, it's All the Way, High Hopes, 3 Coins in the Fountain, and Call Me Irresponsible.
And a major force in American music. It's safe to say that, isn't it?
That he is.
Yeah.
And before we stomp all over my childhood, I just wanted to
Now, Steve.
present to you my dad's rhyming dictionary.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you. I'm always needing words that rhyme, and this will fill the bill, because one day I'm going to win an Academy Award for a song, and now I'm well on my way. Now, Stephen, did you have a normal childhood growing up in these heady show business surroundings?
Well, essentially it was. You see, at the time, my father was sort of known as the court jester of Frank Sinatra's Rat Pack. So I thought it was very normal to have a Sunday barbecue and you have Uncle Frank over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's very impressive. Now, tell the folks about your bar mitzvah.
Well, okay. Basically, there are sort of 3, let's call them branches of the Jewish religion, and there's the Orthodox, the Conservative, and then they created this other category called the Reformed, which I think was sort of especially for California. A bar mitzvah in California isn't recognized in the other 49 states.
And that's what you got.
Right. See, at 12 and a half, you're told, oh, by the way, you'll be getting bar mitzvahed in 6 months.
Okay. Now, we have here a collection, an unbelievable collection of photographs taken at your bar mitzvah. Let's take a look at them, and you tell us who and what, if you
Okay,
will,
now
Steve.
this is my dad and I kind of posing on the pulpit where
Right.
I delivered
This is the
the
happy day.
Haftorah phonetically.
All right.
Now this is later at the party, and here we have, in the middle, you see George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Yeah.
Leo DeRocher, former baseball manager.
Right.
Matt Gray, a close associate of Mr. Dean Martin. And Dr. Murray Sacklad, dentist to the stars.
Gracie looks terrific. Did you know her well when you were a kid?
She used to call me, and we'd talk every once in a while.
You actually had a little...
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. Now, this is unbelievable.
This is
Run
a great
this one
picture.
down for us.
We have Dean Martin.
Yep.
Janet Lee is next to him on his, on the right there. Then next to the two of them, we have the former vice president of gambling at the Sands Hotel, Mr. Carl Cohen and his wife. And on the left, we have my mom.
Yeah, very striking looking woman. Now, these people were just there at your bar mitzvah reception,
They were
weren't
just there.
All right.
Now, this is a very interesting picture. This is me kissing Dean Martin's wife, Jeannie. Later, they, of course...
Broke up, sure.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Okay. Now...
You weren't named in that action, were you?
I don't think so. I think I escaped.
Here we have...
Here we have a group of my friends with Carrie Fisher's mom, Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah. Well, she looks terrific there also.
Fetching gown.
How many folks turned out for this thing?
It was a large gathering. I don't really remember.
Just under what shows up in Pasadena for the Tournament of Roses parade, I think. All right, and here we have Stephen.
Okay, we have my dad. Tony Curtis is in the middle.
Wow.
Conductor Axel Stordahl is on the right, and on the left was the once most famous L.A. restaurateur Michael Romanoff.
Yep.
It was a hell at his restaurant.
Where was that located?
In Beverly Hills, I think, somewhere. Now, this, of course, this is probably the most interesting part of the whole evening.
You're a handsome little kid.
I was a cute guy. This is me with Janet Leigh, and at my bar mitzvah, Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh, who were married at the time, had a terrible fight and went storming out.
It was a real screamer?
I was named in this suit.
Okay, here we have Steve Kahn, of course, in the middle, and Kirk Douglas and Edward G. Robinson, also
That's
at
right.
the bar
And
mitzvah party.
Joan Collins in the back.
No, no. We have a copy here of Steve's album, Eyewitness, Steve Kahn, and also on this record is our own Steve Jordan. Thank you very much, Steve. We'll finish up these photos another night. We'll see you folks Monday. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.